XRP is about to absolutely explode with a 560% rally to $20.90. And I'm about to show you exactly why this is happening right now. PayPal just dropped a bombshell announcement. The White House is revealing their crypto stockpile report this Wednesday, and the SEC is voting to potentially drop their Ripple appeal on July 31st. Make sure to watch this video entirely until the end, because this could change everything for XRP holders. This is Goldrush from Gold Rush Crypto Daily, and you're in for an absolutely high-energy video today, covering two absolutely massive developments that could send our beloved XRP, and I'm calling it the Ripple rocket, straight to the moon. We're talking about game-changing news that's got me more bullish than I've been in months. Let's start with this absolutely incredible article from CoinChapter that just dropped. And folks, this is huge. PayPal. Yes, the payment giant with over 650 million users just announced on July 28th that they're allowing account holders to make international payments using cryptocurrencies, including our beautiful XRP. As you can see in this article, PayPal is talking about cost savings of up to 90% while offering immediate access to funds. Let me repeat that, 90% cost savings. This is absolutely massive for XRP adoption, and mark my words, this is just the beginning. The service will support over 100 cryptocurrencies and connect with major wallets like Coinbase, OKX, Binance, Kraken, Phantom, MetaMask, and Exodus. But here's what's got me absolutely fired up. PayPal CEO Alex Chriss said, and I quote, "We're removing barriers for global growth. Businesses can accept crypto payments, pay lower fees, access funds instantly, and even earn 4% on balances. This is the utility case for XRP that we've been talking about for years. Cross-border payments, instant settlement, massive cost savings. This is exactly what XRP was designed for, and now PayPal is bringing it to the mainstream. But wait, there's more. According to this article, PayPal's Pay with Crypto will roll out to U.S. merchants in the coming weeks, covering nearly 90% of the $3 trillion crypto market cap. We're talking about supported tokens including Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, our precious XRP, BNB, Solana, USDC, and more. Look at this data here. PayPal's shares rose 0.31% to close at $78.22, their highest level in 5 months. When traditional finance companies see their stock price pump on crypto announcements, you know something big is happening. Now, let's talk about the regulatory shifts that are absolutely bullish for XRP adoption. The U.S. administration and SEC are signaling a softer stance on crypto regulation, and this is fueling mainstream integration of digital assets like never before. The National Crypto Association welcomed PayPal's move, stating, "Crypto is becoming part of how people move money." 23% of non-holders say they'd use crypto if they could spend it easily. This is massive adoption potential right here. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. 2 major events this week could significantly impact the Ripple rocket's trajectory. On July 30th, that's this Wednesday, the Presidential Working Group on Digital Asset Markets will release its long-awaited report. And get this, it's reportedly considering designating assets such as XRP as strategic reserves. Can you imagine? XRP as a strategic reserve asset. This would be absolutely game-changing for institutional adoption and price action. Additionally, on July 31st, the SEC is set to vote on withdrawing its appeal in the Ripple case regarding XRP's programmatic sales. Dropping this appeal would end the case, clearing the path for XRP spot ETFs and potentially triggering absolutely massive price momentum. Now let's dive into the technical analysis that's got me absolutely jacked up. As you can see in this chart analysis, on July 29th, the XRP USDT weekly chart showed an ascending channel pattern. This is a bullish formation marked by parallel upward-sloping trend lines that signal consistent higher highs and higher lows. This pattern indicates sustained buying pressure and growing momentum. And here's the absolutely mind-blowing part. The chart suggests XRP could rise by 560%, climbing from its current price of $3.15 to the projected target of $20.90. $20.90. People, that's not a typo. The strong upward projection aligns with the channel's measured move, where the height of the channel is applied to the breakout point. This is textbook technical analysis showing us where XRP could be headed. The 50-week EMA at $2.03 continues to act as solid support, reinforcing bullish sentiment. XRP's recent breakout attempt above the upper channel boundary signals strong market interest, especially with volume increasing like crazy. This technical setup coincides perfectly with fundamental drivers such as PayPal's XRP integration and the pending SEC vote on withdrawing its Ripple appeal. When you have both technical and fundamental alignment like this, that's when you get absolutely parabolic moves. Let's take a look at the momentum indicators that are screaming bullish right now. XRP's relative strength index on the weekly chart stood at 63.51, moving toward the overbought threshold of 70. This indicates that XRP is gaining strong buying pressure, but hasn't entered overbought conditions yet. The RSI's upward trend reflects growing bullish momentum after bouncing from mid-50 levels earlier this month. The RSI crossing above its signal line at 56.39 further supports the bullish case, pointing to continued market optimism. If XRP's RSI pushes closer to 70 without sharp divergence, it could confirm sustained upward momentum aligned with the ascending channel breakout. This reinforces the potential for a strong rally toward $20.90 if buying pressure remains consistent. Now let's look at the MACD, and this is where things get absolutely explosive. XRP's moving average convergence divergence showed a clear bullish reversal. The MACD line rose to 0.27537, crossing well above the signal line, confirming a shift in market momentum toward buyers. The histogram turned positive, reflecting increasing bullish pressure after weeks of negative readings. This technical setup aligns perfectly with XRP's ascending channel breakout and RSI climb, indicating that bulls are regaining control in a massive way. The stochastic momentum index registered at 49.72, while its signal line stood at 43.53. The SMI's recent crossover above the signal line confirms growing bullish momentum, indicating that buying pressure is absolutely accelerating. But wait, there's even more massive news. Let's jump into this second article from Watcher Guru that's got the entire XRP community going absolutely crazy. The crypto stockpile XRP announcement is set to be revealed this Wednesday, July 30th, and the White House is preparing to unveil its National Digital Asset Holdings report right now. Crypto influencer Zaf's recent post has sparked intense speculation that XRP could join Bitcoin and Ethereum in the government's strategic reserves. This crypto stockpile stems from executive orders that Trump signed back in March 2025, establishing both the strategic Bitcoin reserve and the U.S. digital asset stockpile. This represents a fundamental shift in how America approaches digital currency governance. According to this article, Trump hinted on Truth Social that XRP, Cardano, and Solana might be included in the government's holdings. The Working Group on Digital Asset Markets was tasked with producing a policy report within 180 days, and that deadline expires this Wednesday. The crypto stockpile focuses on seized assets from law enforcement actions, not taxpayer purchases. This approach addresses concerns about government spending on volatile cryptocurrencies while building strategic reserves. But here's the kicker. If XRP joins the official stockpile, it would validate the token's legitimacy after years of SEC legal battles. XRP's utility in cross-border payments aligns perfectly with potential government blockchain infrastructure plans. Market analysts expect government recognition to boost institutional confidence significantly, and when institutions start buying, we see absolutely massive price movements. This crypto stockpile policy could signal Washington's changing stance toward XRP, transforming it from regulatory uncertainty to government endorsement. Can you imagine the psychological impact on the market when XRP gets official government recognition as a strategic asset? The Wednesday announcement will clarify America's digital asset holding structure, and XRP supporters argue that early adoption positions America as a leader in financial technology. This extends beyond asset accumulation to represent America's evolving relationship with digital currencies. Now, let's talk about what this means for price action and market dynamics. When you combine PayPal's integration with potential government recognition, massive technical breakouts, and the SEC potentially dropping their appeal, you're looking at the perfect storm for absolutely explosive price movement. Whale movements have been absolutely insane lately, with large holders accumulating positions ahead of these major announcements. Institutional activity is ramping up as smart money positions itself for what could be the biggest XRP rally in history. The volume profile shows increasing participation at higher price levels, indicating strong conviction from buyers. When you see volume expansion during breakout attempts, that's a clear sign that this move has legs and could sustain momentum toward our $20 target. From a market cap perspective, XRP reaching $20.90 would put it at absolutely massive valuations. But when you consider the utility, adoption, and potential government backing, these numbers start to make complete sense. The alignment of bullish technical patterns with upcoming regulatory events and mainstream adoption creates a scenario where XRP could see price discovery at levels we haven't seen before. This is what happens when you get multiple catalysts converging at the same time. Remember, we've seen similar setups in the past lead to absolutely parabolic moves in cryptocurrency markets. When technical analysis, fundamental developments, and market sentiment all align like this, that's when you get those life-changing percentage gains that crypto is famous for. The risk-reward setup here is absolutely incredible for XRP holders. With strong support levels established and multiple upside catalysts on the horizon, the potential for massive gains significantly outweighs the downside risks at current levels. I want to emphasize that this isn't just hopium or wishful thinking. We're looking at concrete technical analysis, real-world adoption through PayPal, potential government recognition, and regulatory clarity all coming together in one absolutely massive convergence. The momentum indicators are screaming bullish, the fundamental news is absolutely explosive, and the market setup is primed for a major breakout. This is the kind of opportunity that comes around maybe once or twice in a crypto cycle. Make sure to smash that like button if you're as excited about these developments as I am. Subscribe to Gold Rush Crypto Daily and turn on those notifications because we're going to be covering every single development in this absolutely explosive story. Keep those diamond hands strong. Stay tuned for more explosive content, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue tracking this absolutely massive story as it unfolds. This has been Gold Rush from Gold Rush Crypto Daily. And remember, fortune favors the bold in the crypto markets.